Hi everyone, it's October 24th and this is our 17th episode of the H&H Debriefings. Megan and I are here this week and we're talking about our October favorites. Sometime next week we'll be having our bloggers chime in with what their favorite reads for the month are, but today you're hearing from us. So I'm going to get the ball rolling, and I actually have two picks for the month. The first is Reaper's Stand by Joanna Wild. I have been waiting for the next book. I'm just constantly waiting for the next book in this series, and Reaper's Stand absolutely blew me away. It's an older hero. It features the president of the Reapers Motorcycle Club Picnic, or Reese, and he was just, his story was amazing, and I love how Joanna Wild makes these guys so totally badass, and you totally buy into it, and you see some really gruesome, messed up things, and you absolutely love it. There's a kneecapping scene, and I flipped out, and I texted Megan right away, and I was like, is it weird that I like this much? Because I was just totally blown away. So it's very true. It doesn't feel like she's glamming up their life or their club anymore, but it does all still end happily. So all very realistic, all very fantastic and wonderful, and I love it. My other one is a paranormal release. I have been looking for more paranormal, and this one I picked up a few months ago now, I think, but it's Frozen by Meljane Brooke. It's very short, very sweet. If you're a fan of Norse mythology and Thor and Loki and things like that, you should definitely check this one out. It's super fun, super quick, fast read, and if you're looking for a great paranormal, Meljane Brooke you can't go wrong with.
All right, and for my picks, I have two very different ones. First of all, I want to say that if I had read Reaper's Stand in another month, in October, it would have been one of my favorites as well. I really, really, really loved it. And along those same lines, I read Riding Dirty by Jill Sorensen, which I picked up because Tori recommended it in her erotic recommendations post. I love that book, and like Jen said about Reaper's Stand, it is gritty, it's realistic, you really come to root for the characters. They aren't like secretly wonderful. They're flawed and damaged, and you really want them to be happy. It is erotic, it is very gritty. Stuff happens that is disturbing and is great, and I kept holding my breath hoping that it wouldn't fall apart, and it did not. I really, really liked it. The other one, which is totally different, is Mary Bellog's Only Enchanting, which is, I think the fourth book in the Survivors Club series. And the Survivors Club is a group of 6 men and 1 woman, all of whom have PTSD, typically, from the Napoleonic Wars, and they've gotten to be very close friends through their recuperation. And this hero was shot in the head and then fell off his horse, and then horses trampled on him. So he has memory loss. He had problems where he couldn't speak for a while, and now he still has blanks in his memory, and he has a stutter, and he's really handsome, and he acts kind of recklessly. He just does things on impulse without realizing where it came from, and that fits his I don't want to call it necessarily an illness, but his disability. The heroine is totally sensible, but gets swept away by how wonderful or risk-taking she wants to be. Nothing happens in it that doesn't make sense. There's no big misunderstanding. There's no I have to get married or I will die. It's just 2 damaged personalities, which they say, actually, like we're 2 damaged people who have come together to fall in love. And everything unfolds so naturally and so beautifully, and Bellog, I think, is the queen of the poignant romance, where you have 2 people and your chest is tightening. My chest kept squeezing when I was reading this, because I was like, and it was wonderful. And I have such a book hangover, I haven't been able to read another romance, right? At least not for a few days. So that's me.
Wow, yeah, you had recommended that one to me, and I actually have an arc waiting for it on my Kindle, but you have totally sold me on it now, and I actually think that's going to be my next book after I finish the one that I'm reading right now. So, thanks everyone for watching, and tune in for our H&H briefing next week. It will be Halloween, so we'll try and do something spooky for you guys and give you a nice trick and a nice treat. And that's all for now, and we'll see you next week. Bye!
Bye.